2, 1. Welcome everybody to the Parks, Library, and Arts Committee meeting. It's Tuesday, the 15th of December. Detecting a quorum, I'm going to read off the names of those present, and then we will request a motion to proceed. I see Councilmember Bradford, Hancock, Hauser, Stiles, Syracuse, Hager, and myself all present. Did I miss anybody? Fantastic. I'm going to make a motion pursuant to Governor Lee's Executive Order number 65 regarding electronic meetings, making a motion that this committee meeting agenda constitutes essential business of the Metropolitan Council, and that meeting electronically is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans in the light of the COVID-19 outbreak. Fantastic. And I will do a roll call vote. And if you could unmute to vote, that'd be great. Councilmember Hager?
Yes.
Bradford?
Aye.
Hancock?
Aye.
Hauser?
Aye.
Stiles?
Aye.
Syracuse?
Aye.
And the chair votes affirmative. We have 7 in favor, 0 against on the governor's order. We have 3 resolutions, 2 timely filed and 1 late item. First up is resolution RS 2020-684, Toombs and Van Rees, accepts an in-kind grant from the Gray and Linda Carter to the Metro Nashville Parks and Rec Department of 2 works of art by Paul Lancaster for the permanent collection at the Parthenon. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion about this? Seeing none, all those in favor, Hager,
Aye.
Bradford,
Aye.
Hancock,
Aye.
Hauser,
Aye.
Stiles,
Aye.
Syracuse.
Aye.
Fantastic. 4 in favor, 0 against. Looking forward to seeing that at the Parthenon soon. Resolution RS 2020-685, Toombs, Van Rees, Walsh, and Stiles accepts a grant from the Centennial Park Conservancy to the Metro Parks and Rec Department for installation and 2 years monthly expenses for Wi-Fi at the Parthenon. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Fantastic. Is there any discussion about this? Is there anyone from Parks that wants to describe the situation?
Good afternoon. This is Ada White with Metro Parks. This is basically so that some of the exhibits can have a touch feature, and so they would need Wi-Fi and some other the Wi-Fi capabilities that are currently there need to be enhanced. So that's basically so they'll be able to have that sophistication on some of their displays.
So to have more of a interactive experience in the museum part of the Parthenon?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Were there any other questions? Okay, voting all those in favor, Mr. Hager?
Aye.
Bradford?
Aye.
Hancock?
Aye.
Hauser? Councilmember Hauser?
Aye.
Stiles?
Aye.
And Syracuse?
Aye.
And the chair also votes aye. Again, 7 in favor, 0 against. And looking forward to the installation. and the ability to touch a screen again without fear of death. Right? So that's like a. And then we have a late item from Councilmember Toombs, a resolution appropriating a total of $200,000 from the Nashville Public Library and $183,000 from social services to various nonprofit organizations selected to receive community partnership fund grants. Is Councilmember Toombs present?
So moved.
I'm not seeing the sponsor present. I know it was late filed. I do not have a letter.
I can sign on so we can move forward with
Okay. Is someone from legal here? Hannah, did you get that?
Yes, yeah, we'll add, it was Council Lady Stiles.
Joy Stiles, yes.
Perfect, yeah, we'll add her to that.
Fantastic. I was able to hear a little bit about this in Budget and Finance yesterday. Did anyone on this committee have additional questions concerning this resolution? Councilmember Hancock. You need to unmute. Unmute from the sleigh. There you
I
go.
guess I was unmuted and then muted again.
Councilmember Hancock, you're recognized.
Thank you. Were these funds that were allocated originally and weren't spent for some reason? Why aren't we saving money instead of finding other ways to spend it? Just a couple of questions.
Is there someone on the call that can answer that question?
Cannot.
Council Lady, this is Angela McElrath Prosser from the library. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Please proceed.
Okay. This money was not in our budget. We were told it's coming out of the COVID CARES money and that's where we're to charge it to. So it's not going to be charged against the library's budget, the $200,000 that we were told to use for this.
So is this just CARES Act money then? And then why would we assign it to the library and then move it to nonprofits instead of assigning it directly to the nonprofits?
This is a program that finance used to handle about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They put it into health and social services and library to hand out the $200,000 for the library, $200,000 worth of grants. And so for the last few years, that $200,000 has been in our budget. This year, it is not in our budget, and we were told that we were to from finance and the mayor's office to go ahead and do the grants, but that the money would be charged to the COVID fund.
Is there, thank you for that. Is there someone from the finance department on the call that can verify that this is basically a replacement funds for the community partnership grants? I'm scrolling, looking for someone to verify that. I'm not seeing anyone. Ms. Zeitlin, is there additional language available that might not be in front of us that could further explain the intent of this late filed resolution? Can you help?
I can try to help. So these are, I know that these are using CARES Act funds. That's what makes it an emergency in this situation. The funds have to be used or distributed before December 30th, which is why this would have to be, I guess, adopted, if at all, at this meeting. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say, so this is set up similar to community partnership fund grants that we've had in the past that have not been CARES Act related, but it looks like everything is is related to the COVID-19 pandemic that these funds are being used for.
Chair, you're on mute.
Sorry. I have some council members that are in queue. Mr. Bradford, you are up first and you're recognized.
Thank you, Chair. So first question, what groups are getting this funding, or is this money going to community partnerships and then they will dole out to the different groups? Can anybody answer that?
This is Hannah Zeitlin. So these are the specific nonprofit organizations are enumerated in the legislation. There are several, and it tells you how much money is being dispersed. I'm not sure if you guys want me to read them out, but it's things like Bookham, Begin Anew, Bridges for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Catholic Charities of Tennessee, Nashville Public Library Foundation, projects like that. And the grant contracts are available as well.
Thank you for that. It's always difficult on these late filed resolutions to be able to process late filed items as thoroughly as we'd like. And so this is the time to make sure that we do that on this committee. So I welcome any additional questions that you feel like are not addressed in the actual language. Mr. Bradford, did you have a follow-up?
Yes. I cannot locate the late filed resolution anywhere. So could someone tell me or explain why this didn't go through the CARES committee? Or did it?
So this is Hannah Zeitlin again. So this, I believe, is appropriating funds that were appropriated through the CARES Act committee previously in RS 2020-394. These
helps a lot. I see
of the individual grants.
I see Councilmember Gamble with her hand raised, and she may be able to add some additional benefit. Ms. Gamble, you are recognized.
Thank you, Chair. And yes, that is correct. These funds were approved or recommended by the CARES Act Committee and approved by the Metro Council by resolution. It's a part of the $2.8 million that was approved for direct appropriations and community partnership funds. And as Ms. Zeitlin stated, it went to various departments, the health department, the library, the Office of Family Safety, juvenile court, to address COVID-related safety needs that those agencies had. And that was done some time ago, a few months ago. I don't have the date or the resolution number in front of me, but it is a part of the CARES Act resolution funds that were approved by the Metro Council.
That I think that really clears up some of this mud here, Mr. Bradford. Do you agree? You're okay?
Agreed.
Okay.
I appreciate that information.
I do as well. Sometimes there's so many things happening all at once. Councilmember Gamble, I really appreciate you dropping in to clarify that committee. Just to reiterate, these funds were already designated through the COVID-19 procedure, but this resolution further, if you will, opens up the creek from where the river was flowing so that it can get to the right place. Are there any further questions regarding this item? Okay, seeing none, we're going to vote. Mr. Hager.
Aye.
Bradford.
Aye.
Hancock.
Aye.
Hauser.
Aye.
Stiles.
Aye.
Syracuse.
Aye.
And the chair votes affirmative as well. Again, 7 in favor, 0 against. Committee, thank you so much for attending the three special committee meetings that we've had so far. Those videos are posted if you were unable to make it or want to refresh your memory as to those conversations with both parks, library, and arts. Please do so. Our fourth gathering will be set for January the 11th, where we will return to our conversation with Metro Parks. So save that date, and you'll get more information in the new year.
And can you tell us where we would find those videos?
Yes, they are on the Metro Nashville YouTube channel, but I've also gathered them all into a single playlist, and I will, again, ask the council office to make sure that this committee has that link, so it's really easy to watch all of them at once. Okay? Beautiful. With that, happy holidays, and this meeting is adjourned.